passed after Joseph was born. Jacob was longing to go back home, but he had helped his uncle to become rich, and Laban did not want to let him go. "Stay with me, and I will pay you whatever you like," he said. This was Jacob's chance. Jacob agreed, "And for the wages, I will take the black sheep and goats, and the ones that are speckled or spotted," he said. Laban tried to cheat him, but God helped Jacob, and his flocks increased. Jacob became rich, but Laban's sons began to hate him. He knew that Laban would never let him go, so he waited until his uncle was busy shearing the sheep. Then he fled across the river Euphrates with his wives and children, his servants and his flocks. Laban followed, but he could not persuade Jacob to return. Jacob continued on his way home to Canaan. As they got near, he felt more and more afraid. Was Esau still angry with him? He sent messages ahead to make peace with Esau, but they returned, saying that Esau was on his way with 400 men. Jacob turned to God for his help. "Oh God," he prayed, "you told me to return. I don't deserve any of your goodness to me. Save me now from Esau's anger." Jacob chose a great number of sheep and goats, camels and cattle and asses to give a present to Esau. Then he and his wife and children crossed the river Jabbok at the ford. That night, when Jacob was alone with his fears, a strange thing happened. A man came and wrestled with him all night till daybreak. Jacob did not know him, but he knew he came from God, and he would not let him go until he had God's blessing. After that night, Jacob was always walked with a limp, but he was a changed man with a new name. No longer Jacob, the man who cheated his brother, but Israel, the man who had come face to face with God. As the sun rose, Jacob saw Esau and his men coming towards him. He had expected trouble, but instead Esau ran to him and hugged him. Old quarrels were forgotten in the joy of meeting again. "Who are these?" said Esau, as the family gathered round. "And what were the flocks I met?" "The flocks are a present," said Jacob. "Please take them, for when I saw the look of loving welcome on your face, it was like looking into the face of God Himself."